Hey guys, I just wanted to do an update video of what's been going on for me as far as RC related. I left my tripod at my dad's house, so it's gonna be kind of unstable because I have to hold the camera. This is my mini revo. I have the center diff out because I was changed the motor bearings and I ran it through water, and I was checking the transmission itself, all that stuff. I'm gonna need to change the shock oil because these things leak like crazy. Like, I put shock oil in like 3 weeks ago, and there's already like half oil, half shock oil on the front, and like about the same in the rear. Yeah. If here, nah, never mind. But I'm looking to get the J Concepts tints. I think that's how you say it, TENSE beadlock rims, which are really amazing looking rims, and it has some buggy tires on it. Oh, damn. Oh, I just hit my laptop with my Revo. Ooh. But yeah, I'm looking to get those. My Castle motor that was on my ofna, it fried. It like just burnt up and almost made my ESC catch on fire. So I'm gonna have to replace the capacitors on the outside of the ESC, as well as get me a new motor. I thought about getting the 550 size ballistic motor from Novak, but I was gonna get it used for about 60 bucks. I was gonna get it used for about 60 bucks, but I don't know if my ESC can handle it. And I would still have to change out the capacitors, so that'd be about $90 before I could finish with that. And I could just change out the capacitors and get a 20 buck what are they called? Those tack-on brushless motors. Not get 5700, but maybe like a 46. Something like maybe like an 8.5 to 9 turn. Instead of that 3.5, which was the 5600 kV, because that thing drew a lot of power, and I would rather not be as fast and but is over being cool. But so yeah, I'm gonna be getting that motor. The wheels have J Concepts double D's buggy wheels on them. They won't last long as much as I drive this thing. By the way, this thing, there's a few, the shocks and the tires are the only thing I have wrong with it, but this thing can handle, if not better, than most 10 scale vehicles I've driven. Because I've done some crazy stuff with this thing already. Like, but these tires are crap. They don't hold together at all. And I also need to get a 5.5 millimeter nut wrench. I want to get that Dynamite $2 or $3 one, because I lost the stock Traxxas T wrench. I lost that. But yeah, this thing is amazing. Change out the motor bearings in it. There's actually some helicopter bearings. I got the wing on the back. I would recommend taking some Velcro, lining this with Velcro, either the soft or the hard side. This, and maybe even on the top up here. Put some little strips right here, because like, and also along the top edge as well, as long the back side and then the top side. So when you wheelie, it rubs the Velcro, not the wing. And when you flip, it lands on the Velcro, not the wing. So, because I've noticed this thing is getting pretty chewed up really quickly, and I don't want to spend 20 bucks on an aluminum Inti-G wheelie bar that probably just get bent anyway. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. As far as shocks go, I need to upgrade those, because these drive shafts, I haven't had any problems with them, and I've put them under some serious stress. I'm thinking about getting the GTR shocks, but I heard they leak as well. Because what's leaking on here is the bottom. Like, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's where the piston, the shaft goes in to the shock body. That little plastic thing that screws onto the bottom of it. That's where it leaks, and that's plastic on the GTR shocks. So I don't know. I might think of going with a completely 100% aluminum shock, which I don't know if that would be better or what or not. I don't know. I'm also thinking about getting the Fly Sky 3-channel 2.4 gigahertz cheap ass Chinese radio for this. just a bash, because that 27 megahertz traxxas radio is just not cutting it with me. That just I don't run with anybody else around, but the antenna, the long antenna, is just irritating. Something like that. I'm probably gonna get a 3S lipo for this, because the 2S it's fun. I run it in parallel, but I would much rather hook me up with a 3-cell, because I was surprised. Standing backflips on these things are not as impressive as most people made them out to be. It's just a crazy powerful backflip. It's just, I find running it up a tree and triple backflipping off a tree was much more entertaining. But yeah, that's also my birthday's in the end of March. I'm thinking about, because I'll have the rims already for this thing. I looked at those Power Stroke shocks. Those things are awesome. Like, how it works is like there's the weaker spring up at the top. You see how it's 2 springs? Well, the weaker spring at the top, it compresses first, and then the stiffer spring kicks in. So let's say you got a bumpy track with big jumps. The soft spring takes those small impacts, instead of just being like rigid and not taking anything and just the car bouncing around. It takes the small impacts, and then you got to hit a 1/8 scale jump with a 1/10 scale truck. It has enough tension from the big spring to take that as well. Thick, extremely thick shock shafts. Really good set of shocks. I'm thinking I'm definitely going to be buying them. That's not a think about type thing. When I get the money, they're going to be on my truck. So comment, rate, and subscribe, and let me know what you think as far as upgrades. I know the RPM stuff. I'm thinking about getting the RPM axle carriers, because the pivot ball suspension holders, they just come out and it's extremely irritating. So the RPM, it screws instead of little clips, and I'm gonna get the rear ones for that and wait till the front break and wait till everything else breaks. But yeah, other than that, comment and rate and subscribe, and I'm really sorry this went on a little bit longer than expected.